Yes. If you want to grow your stock market portfolio, you need to have high growth stocks. So, hello, deal makers. I'm Ron Kagape. I'm the author of the book No Money Down Formula in Real Estate. Now, this helps you buy real estate with little or no money down. I'm also co author of the book Money Troubleshooters Your Money Questions Answered by Financial Gurus. And going back into our topic, now, if you want to grow your stock market portfolio, massively in the next few years, you need to have high growth stocks. And these are stocks or these are companies that are going to be growing massively by 100%, 200%, sometimes even 500% or 1000% in the next few years. And in my next videos, we're going to look at examples of companies that have done exactly that. But for this video, we're just going to look at the one thing that will assure you that the company that you're buying is going to be a high growth stock. And we're going to look at that by looking at the past. Let's look at what happened in the past. Let's look at history because success leaves clues. Now, these high growth stocks have patterns, they have something in common, and that's what we're going to try to figure out. And really, the biggest thing that you want to look for is not necessarily the company. You don't need to look at companies yet. What you want to look for are changes, specifically disruptive changes, things that massively change how people live, how people do things, how companies do things, because the companies that are at the heart of these disruptive changes are the ones that will experience massive growth. So, for example, 100 years ago, we did not have electricity. Right? Electricity was not commonplace. Lampposts were lighted by kerosene. We did not have light bulbs. But when Thomas Edison invented the incandescent bulb, and then later on, innovations were introduced in electricity. We had electric appliances, right? We had electric fans, we had air conditioners, we had electric stoves. All of these massively changed our lives. And if you think about it, 100 years ago, there were no electric bulbs. But once electricity was introduced, thousands upon thousands and even millions of electric bulbs were suddenly available in the market. And the companies that lead that disruptive change are going to enjoy the benefit. And obviously, the big leader in electricity is General Electric, the very company that Thomas Edison founded. And so if you'll notice at this chart, now you can see how the price of General Electric just zoomed all the way to the year 2000 as electricity became more and more uh, essential in our lifestyle. In 1963, the adjusted price of GE was at $0.8, and by the year 2000, no, it was already at $50 per share. So that was a 6,150% move, no, in 37 years. So these are the kinds of stocks that you want to be holding or that you want to have in your portfolio, to give you massive returns. Now let's look at another trend. Another trend is computing, right? Going back again another 100 years, there were no computers. 100 years ago, we had tabulating machines, they had calculating machines, but those calculating machines were massively different from the calculators, from the digital devices that we have right now. But the innovations in computing moved the need from having multiple people, the multiple analysts, multiple accountants doing their computations by hand, into just using machines. And once machines were introduced in the way businesses operate, then there was a massive shift and a massive demand, for computing devices. And the company that led the computing revolution for much of the 20th century was IBM, or International Business Machines. And as you can see, from this chart, in 1962, the adjusted price for IBM was $8.80, and by the year 2013, it was already $163.90. So that is a 1,762% move. So those are returns that you will not see in your bank account. You will not see them in your time deposit account. So you will not see them in these conservative investments. You only see them in high growth stocks. All right. So you need to identify the trend. Identify the trends first before looking at specific companies. So last, let's look at a more recent trend, a trend that we have probably a lot of us enjoyed, in these coronavirus times, and that is e-commerce. Now, even last year, 2019, the share of e-commerce, in global sales was only at 18%. But because of the pandemic, that number grew from 18% to 27%, in a matter of weeks. So really this year was all about that shift, massive shift into e-commerce. People now understand the value of e-commerce, and now it's no longer difficult for us, to grab our phones or go to our laptops to purchase anything. And there are a lot of websites where you can purchase goods online, but the biggest e-commerce company in the world is Amazon. And Amazon's story is really amazing. And you can actually see it from the stock. If you remember GE, it took them 37 years, to get this kind of chart. But Amazon, did that in almost just 23 years. But the numbers are, mind-boggling. In 1997, the adjusted price of Amazon is $1.58. Right? The IPO was actually, I think, around $15, but because of stock splits, uh, Amazon actually split three times. So their adjusted IPO price is $1.58. And by the year 2020, it's already running around at $3,125. And that is a 197,684% move, in just 23 years. Life-changing shift, in wealth. You can probably already retire just by buying Amazon stock if you did so in 1997. All right. If you really believe that e-commerce was going to be something that is going to be life changing. So really, before you look for the stock, you need to look for the trend. So how do you find high growth stocks? You need to find the disruptive change. What is the change that is making a big shift in the market? And then buy the companies that are leading the change. So in my next videos, we're going to look at some of the massive changes that are happening, in technology and business right now. And we're going to look at the companies that are leading that change and how do you identify if these are high growth companies. Right, so if you like this video, please smash the like button and make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And the great thing here is that these growth companies are no longer just uh, limited to US citizens or people with, ties in the US. They're now available to everyone, even if you don't live or work in the US of A, because you can invest in US or global stocks using the eToro platform. Now, why use eToro? Well, eToro gives you global market access, so not just the US markets, but you can buy stocks in London, in Germany, in Hong Kong. So all of these markets are available to you through the eToro platform, and you can buy stocks at 0% commission. And you don't need to pay eToro commissions whenever you buy stocks, which is great because that means whatever you put in goes all into purchasing stocks. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can actually automatically copy the trades of more advanced investors. eToro is actually a social trading platform, and you can actually see who are the investors that are making money consistently in eToro. They're called popular investors, and you can just assign a portion of your money. Right? You don't need to put in everything into copy trading, but you can put in as little as $200 to copy a popular and successful investor. Okay, and finally, what I really like about eToro is you get a $50 bonus, but this is a limited time bonus. No, uh, eToro users can actually refer their friends to the platform. And when you do, when you click on my referral link, you will get a $50 bonus. Now, you don't need to do that. You can actually find friends. Now, if you know anyone who has an eToro account, go ahead and ask for the referral link so that both of you will get the $50 bonus. But if you don't have a friend using eToro right now, then feel free to click on my link below so that when you open your eToro account and when you deposit your $200, you can already get an instant bonus of $50 that you can add to buy stocks. So isn't that great? Now, just by opening eToro, you get an immediate 20% return on your money. All right. So you don't need to copy me to get the $50 bonus. And in fact, you don't need to put in money right away. You can open an eToro account using my link and just try out the platform, open a virtual portfolio. You'll get $100,000 that you can play around in your virtual portfolio just to see if eToro is the platform for you. But this is the platform that I use, and I believe this is best used by everyone. Even if you don't have a lot of money, no, you only need $200 to get started. All right, so make sure to like this video if you like more videos like this, if you like getting more tips like this related to global stock market investing. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well and click the notification bell so that you will be alerted whenever I have new videos. And make sure to grab my free global investing guide, in the link below. This is an email. This is delivered through email, and you will get more global investing tips from me, Ron Kagape, your deal making coach. Right. So with that, I hope that you will get started investing in the global stock market. And if you already are, I hope you're going to use these tips to grow your portfolio. Find high growth stocks so that you'll massively grow your stock market portfolio, make yourself rich in the process as well. Right. This is Ron Kagape praying that all of your deals push through.